Bonjour tout le monde. Bienvenido, Mike. I'm Etienne Mellor. I'm the agency owner and director here at Royal LePage Heritage, Global, and Elite. That's 3 real estate agencies together to serve the Greater Montreal area, from downtown to the West Island, all the way to the South Shore and the North Shore of Montreal.
And I'm Mike François, Director of Business Development here at the Mellor Group. And today we'll take a look at some new open houses available this Sunday from 2 to 4 that you can actually tour. So we will discuss what's going on in the real estate overall in Montreal and, of course, share some tips and tricks.
72 open houses. That's a big number, Mike.
It is.
We've gone from a quiet weekend last week to 78 open houses with the Mellor Group alone. In total, though, I have to say, we're looking at over 1,500 open houses across the Greater Montreal. What a difference it makes from last week, Mike. So you've got 78 ways to get out there and explore this weekend. And it's a long weekend.
Which is true. So is the market heating up again? Well, yes and no. More listings means that there's more choice, but it also means that more buyers are showing up at the same time. So here's a few little tips and tricks that anyone that would be heading out this weekend.
They're not just little, Mike. They're good tips. They're more than 25 years I've been doing this, and we've put these lists together. We're going to start with tips for buyers at number 1 here. If you're a buyer, pick 3 to 5, no more, must-see properties. Don't try to visit all of the potential properties that are open house this weekend. You'll burn out. You won't remember most of what you see past that 5 mark.
They start to look alike.
That's number 2. Go early or go late. Don't go smack in the middle. First and last hour of an open house tends to be the quietest hour, so that's perfect for you for visiting.
Yeah.
Number 3, bring a notepad or snap photos. It's going to help you remember what stood out at each place. And I'm going to give you an extra bonus little tip here in number 3. Use, for those that use AI or have a ChatGPT, a Gemini, a Grok, or whatever, and say what you're looking at, what you like, what you don't like at each house with the address. And at the end, you can ask it to summarize, well, what did I like the best out of the different houses?
And of course, we've got some tips for the sellers as well. So basically, what you want to do, first of all, is maximize curb appeal. More listings means more competition. So make sure that your home looks amazing, whether it's online or in person. Secondly, the price, you have to price it right from day one. Today's buyers are educated and they have options. So
that's true.
Overpricing can actually scare them off. So review the comparables with your broker so that you can hit that sweet spot that attracts attention and offers.
And if I may intercede, I don't know if that's a word, but if you're a seller, you're the most overpriced house in the neighborhood, what's going to happen is you're going to actually be helping out the other properties to sell, because buyers are going to come see yours and then compare everything else with you and say, well, this is much more value. We should go and buy this one instead of yours. So don't be that person. Make sure you're working with a real professional real estate broker to guide you with that.
And lastly, make showings effortless. So allow for flexible visit times and keep the home in show ready at all times during the weekend. The easier you make it for the buyers to visit, the more visits you'll get. And visits always turn into offers.
Absolutely. It's like having a business. You don't want to be open and closed at different miscellaneous hours. You want to be convenient for the potential client. All right, now let's move on to some tips for our real estate agents, or brokers as we call them here in the province of Quebec. Number 1, know the nearby comparables. Buyers will ask you about the other listing or what's going on in the neighborhood. So what I always say is to take the whole neighborhood and print out or look at everything, even if it's land, if it's not similar homes. Take the whole picture of the neighborhood so that you're aware of everything that's going on. Number 2, be ready with closing cost estimates, all of the costs that pertain to buying, selling, any type of extraordinary things that are going to come up, because the buyers will have more trust and confidence in what you say if you're already ahead and prepared with.
Especially the welcome tax. People always think it's a surprise when it arrives.
That's right. So you want to make sure that you have all of that. And number 3, watch for buyer signals. Pay attention to questions about timing, financing, or specific features. These are clues they might be serious. Offer to follow up or set a private visit on another day, different time of day also with different lighting.
Yeah.
And number 4, lastly, collect visitor contact info with, of course, asking them for permission, but don't let visitors walk out without at least offering to send them more info or add them to your follow-up list. Here's where automation can be very useful. This keeps your pipeline active And of course, it protects the sellers, your client, from just having anybody barge in, walk in, and do whatever they want in the property.
I agree.
Be respectful.
So if you need more info, please reach out to us and we'll send you a downloaded free PDF. It's just a cheat sheet and more. And we're always here to help out.
So, okay, now let's look at some properties that are going to be on open house this weekend. And now that they're available, let's see. These are mostly new properties, actually new listings that we featured on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we go over all the new features, all the new properties that just hit the market. We'll start with this beauty here. These are all big condo projects for now. On Ontario Street, you've got multiple units that you can go visit. We're going to go to now Laval, if I'm not mistaken, to see even more properties. New project, 30 plus units here, all Lily Lee's listings, beautiful listings. Ville-Saint-Laurent, now you're looking at 12 plus units that you can go and visit this Sunday between 2 and 4. Maybe some of these you can actually see also on Saturday. What you want to do is visit our website, mellorgroup.ca, to be sure of the date and time.
Yeah, I believe the project in Ville-Saint-Laurent is available on both days.
Good. So that's a lot of choices in one stop, Mike.
Yeah, and visiting big development projects like these are really exciting, but that also could be overwhelming. Everything starts to look the same after a while. So here are a few tips to make sure that those visits count.
Absolutely.
All right.
Start with number one.
So number one, ask for floor plans before you walk in. It helps you spot the layout and you can see all the differences quickly. Number two, check the view and exposure. Is it north? Is it south? Where is it facing? The street, the courtyard? It matters for lighting. It matters for privacy. Number three, ask about the fees. What is included? Parking, storage, gym access, etc. Number four, compare the unit on different floors. Higher doesn't always mean better, because so consider the lifestyle that you're looking for.
I think higher is always better, Mike, if you ask my opinion. But that's a question, a personal question. Great tips, Mike. Appreciate it. Tips for agent now, or real estate brokers, as we call you here in Quebec. Number one, bring a quick comparison sheet. Help your visitors track the difference between the different units. They'll thank you later. And I said, if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini or some of these apps, you can actually just speak to it and say, they like this, they like that. These are the things they appreciated. These are the things they did not like about this property. At the end, you can summarize, ask Chat, can you summarize this in bullet point? Yeah. And you can just send this, share this with your clients. They'll appreciate, they'll look at you as a true professional. Second, what you want to also do is take some pictures, again, with permission, but take some live pictures. Yes, the pictures are online, but it's not the same when you're there. And then you can add that to your little report that you're going to generate through artificial intelligence with a tool like ChatGPT. And another great tip is to note key selling features, kind of the same as the one, but jot down standout features like views, sunlight, finishes, things that your client might not see because they're not as experienced as you as a real estate broker. And then you can add that to that report, again, making you look and making you a real asset to the buyers that you're working with. So again, if you require any help or advice, please reach out to us. We have some great resources. As you can see, it's all free, available on our website, mellorgroup.ca, or go on any of your favorite social media platform and find us, follow us, and we have tons of tips and tricks. Remember, I've been doing this for more than 25 years, and Mike as well, so that's a lot of combined knowledge, thousands of visits, millions of buyers and sellers we had a chance to work with, as well as we've coached and trained and still work with hundreds, if not thousands, of real estate brokers, all helping them become very successful as we are.
Exactly.
Let's jump into some more properties, Mike.
Exactly. So right now we've got 2 listings in the Ville-Marie area, just steps away from major events like the Montreal Jazz Fest or the Just for Laughs. So you're right in the middle of the cultural entertainment core of the city.
Imagine living there and just going down for a nice walk at the end of the day.
Yeah.
A long day at work, and you have all of these festivals, the people, the atmosphere. What a life. What a life.
Amazing. So you've got 2 more properties in Westmount where historic architecture meets modern living. So you can't ignore Westmount's reputation. It's century-old homes, prestigious schools, and green spaces like the Westmount Park, all while being minutes away from downtown. These properties are perfect for families who want heritage and convenience.
And when we talk about the West Island or off-island suburbs, we're looking here at a property in Dollard des Ormeaux, also known as DDO. When you're familiar with the West Island, you're looking at a property at $849,000. Excuse me, you just saved $1,000 just like that. Congratulations, Mona. Private street, big yard, all of the amenities you can want as a family. Moving on to another beauty with Franco Papilio. Here, I would suggest maybe updating that picture to a more recent picture. These are things we're going to talk about later in tips and tricks, but another beautiful home at $799. Let's move to Pointe Claire with this property from Christian. Just listed. This is brand new. It's not been on the market for more than 7 days.
Yeah.
And you'll get a chance to see it this weekend between 2 and 4 on Sunday. Now moving to Beaconsfield, this beautiful home on London Drive from the Mellor Group. This is what we call a smart house. It's got all of the digital stuff, blinds, thermostats, smart this, smart that. It's got all of it. So ready for this technology. Go see it this Sunday. Another one from the Mellor Group in Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue, just a bit more west, towards the end of the island of Montreal. Perfect for weekend market lovers. And now, Saint-Lazare. Let's drive a few more minutes going west, and you've got this beautiful, as you can see from the picture, mostly recent construction. So again, under the $1 million mark, and it's at a new price or new low price of $950,000.
So now moving up to the South Shore in Brossard at 9150 Rue Lenin, very close to the REM station for commuters. And we'll be following up in Saint-Constant at 9 Rue Montblot, which is an affordable, family-friendly option. And in Ville-Marie de Valleyfield at 1671 Boulevard Bordelot, which also is at a new price.
Yes, that's my son, Sam. Just got his license not that long ago. Already has a bunch of clients, bunch of buyers, bunch of sellers. Congratulations, Sam.
It's amazing.
Keep it up.
In Laval, 1991 Rue des Grebes, apartment 3, which is a bright move-in ready unit. And now moving on to the Laurentians in Saint-Anne-des-Lacs, 12 Chemin des Papillons with Isabelle Stern.
Congratulations, Isabelle. Another beautiful property. You know, Isabelle is always there. She listings, open houses. You can tell who's active, who's less active.
And she does have a lot of properties. She does a lot of transactions in the Laurentians as well.
Congratulations.
So we have here Joshua right here in Saint-Hippolyte, 900 Chemin du Lac Connolly.
So when we say Greater Montreal, that also means even further than that. As you saw, we have properties pretty much everywhere in the province of Quebec. With so much going on this weekend, guys, it's a long weekend. Sellers need to step up their game to grab the buyer's attention.
Exactly. So whether you're listed with us or not, here are a few tips to make sure your property stands out.
All right, tips for sellers. At the top of it, I would say you have to stage for lifestyle, not just space. Help buyers imagine living there, not just walking through an empty house. We had a great time, a great interview, a great visit of a property with one of our brokers. Her name is Sandra Angelosi, and you can find that video on my channel, YouTube channel, Etienne Mellor, or on any of your favorite social media platforms. Just look for Sandra, and you'll get a real feel for what we mean when we talk about an empty house versus a decorated or staged house, what a difference it makes. And for sellers, obviously, you're getting way more for your property if you've taken the time to do this extra step. Number 2, I would say highlight your home's best feature. Does it have a big kitchen, maybe a big backyard? Maybe make sure that the front and center in your photos and tours has those features so that they're predominantly there for the buyers to see. It's like me. If you take a picture of me right now, I will have to maybe suck up a bit of the gut to be sure that I look at my best. I'm not going to put that out there, you know. So same thing for your property. Number 3, make sure it's easy to show as a seller. Flexible showing hours with a clean, welcoming home makes a huge difference. Again, I gave the example. If you have a restaurant, a store, anything, and you're always closed or you make it difficult. If I'm hungry and I want to eat a sandwich at 3 o'clock and you're closed, you just lost me as a client. So it's the same thing here for home buyers. So make sure that you are very flexible with that.
I agree with that. So as always, we have available resources for you on our website.
Or
simply reach out and we'll be able to help you at any given time. So I think this pretty much wraps this up for today's open house edition. So whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring neighborhoods, we're here to help.
And whether you're a buyer, a seller, a real estate agent, an owner of an agency, don't forget to follow us on social media for more tips and market updates. And of course, come visit us this Sunday at one of our 78 open houses across the Greater Montreal. We can't wait to see you. À dimanche tout le monde et bon long weekend.
Have a good weekend.
just arrived home.
Yes.
Here is a big dining table with 8 big chairs. So it's so decluttered.
Yeah,
Like
it makes the room much look much
smaller.
more
Exactly. And
smaller.
also block the feng shui, you know. So that's where we say, what we do, we hire a moving company. It's a moving company, get the 2 guys, come, this ensemble of the furnitures, put in the garage.
Everything in the
Can you
garage.
believe and we pay for that?
But that's what it ends up looking like,
Exactly.
which is much
And
more.
now it's making more space for the house.
A lot of
you
air,
know.
a lot of room, a lot of space.
And we did all the stagings for them. When the owners see the pictures, what they say, wow.
Yeah, that's the feel I get when I'm walking through this property.
That we're saying about the good energy, good chi in the house.
So speaking of feng shui, how does this home encourage good energy?
Well, you can see of the house. So
because I can feel it. I can feel
Exactly,
it.
exactly. We open up all the lights and you see the big windows.
Yes.
We open all the curtains. So when the buyer to the house and what they are sitting here and they feel it's the house for them.
Yeah, I like
right?
I like it. I feel it.
And not only from the nature light, also sometimes we use the nature sense. So make the smells. And for the example, for the open house, we make some cookie.
Yes.
Bake some cookies to make the home.
Makes a huge difference because you go back to
The 5 cents.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you want to use every possible sense that you have.
Yes.
So what about paint and colors? And is that something that you guys touch on or advise or participate in? Because that's a big component of the first impression.
Of course, like usually we suggest a neutral color. In this particular house, the owner just painted the house when the previous tenants left.
Okay.
But usually we do suggest them use a natural color. Nowadays, it's a natural light, and natural warm gray. So something the colors that make more people.
Well, this is a great example here. This is a light beige eggshell.
Beige eggshell. Yes. People feel welcoming. Yes, and inviting for the homes.
Well, great work. I can feel the energy. I can feel the essence, and I feel like this is a family home. It's very inviting.
Yes, and that's what we place the stuff for feng shui at the staging. So, and it make a great.
Thank you very much for showing me around. Really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Etienne.
Thank you.